As a business owner or entrepreneur, one of the most expensive parts of your business is going to be marketing and acquisition of leads. And what's frustrating is sometimes salespeople don't even bother to follow up. They may not even have a game plan. So what can you do to help your sales team create a follow-up sequence, whether it's text messages, phone calls, or emails, and make sure that every deal that you can close is closed? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales, sales follow-up, the fortune is in the follow-up, creating content, and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento. So there is a saying, and it's entirely accurate, the fortune is in the follow-up. But most of the time, what happens is most salespeople get lazy. They just want the easy lead. They want the easy work. And, they put all the groundwork in. They went and they met with somebody. They talked to them on Zoom. But then, for whatever reason, they stopped talking. So I'm going to give you a strategy that can allow for you to come up with as much content as you want. I'll even give you the prompts. You just got to modify them to fit your needs. What you're going to find is when you have this content pre-written, it takes away the excuse of salespeople who say, I don't know what to say and I don't know what to do. So what you're going to do is you are going to go to something like ChatGPT. You're going to go to Manus, Perplexity, whatever one that you want, whatever your favorite is. And you're going to jump in and you're going to say, act as a sales professional who is an expert at follow-up, and outline me 7 follow-up text messages that are less than 160 characters or more than 160 characters, 320 characters, whatever number you want, for following up for my product, right? It could be sales training for me or consulting for me. And then what's going to happen is it's going to put it in a logical flow. And then you take that and you open up a document like a Google Doc, and you drop those text messages in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, act as the same sales expert and in follow-up, and write me 7 email sequences. And then it's going to take some work. Most of the time it doesn't happen the first time. And then you're going to take those 7 emails and you are going to drop them into, a Google Doc. It could be the same Google Doc. And, you go, hey, Scott, 7 isn't enough. Okay, come up with 10, come up with 12, come up with 20. Who cares what the number is? I'm just going to say the bare minimum that you need is 7. The absolute bare minimum that you're going to need is 7 different text messages, 7 different emails. And then, you can go to Crazy Town and say, come up with 7 images that are square and bright. Come up with 7 pictures. You could go to Veo, Google Gemini Veo right now and say, create me some videos. You could go to Sora and do the same thing. The sky is the limit. But sometimes what happens is you have to have here is the information that you need. Here is the follow-up sequence. Here is what you have. Now, occasionally what you're going to get is like pushback, and salespeople are going to say, hey, I wouldn't send these out. I don't say things that way. And then you go, great. Sales dude, great. Sales chick, I got you covered. How would you say it? Hey, we're going to create one right here. Everybody open up a Google document. Everybody, make sure that your Google document's open, and we're going to go to Crazy Town. We're just going to come up with as many email sequences and as many text messages. I've done this enough to tell you that in less than an hour, you have everything that you need. Okay. And then, so the next time that there's a sales meeting, one of the metrics that you could take a look at is follow-up. And you could say, how many people did you follow up with? And people are going to be like, well, I didn't follow up with any. Like, okay, we took away the excuse. We took away the text message. We took away the email. Okay, what's missing? Okay, we're going to come up with a voicemail message. Okay, we're going to come up with a standard script for when you talk to somebody for a phone call, when you knock on the door, whatever way that your follow-up happens, what you're going to want to do is come up with 7 to 10 ways. And then the cool thing is over time, you end up with a swipe file. So let's say that you got to train a new salesperson and you're like, sales dude, sales chick, follow-up happens in this order, in this sequence. And they're going to go, I don't know how to do that. And you're going to go, got you covered, right? We got you covered. We've got it all taken care of. And if you're an entrepreneur or you are a business owner and you don't have salespeople, I just take this and say, like, I'm the salesperson today. I'm going to have to figure out what the scripting is. I'm going to have to, with AI these days, it's easy. Now, you could go like one step further. You can automate this. There are all sorts of automation platforms. Most CRMs have an automation built into them. The excuse of like, hey, I didn't know, or I don't, you're one YouTube video away from learning pretty much anything you want these days. Follow-up sequences on the scale of 1 to 10 is probably like a 2. And here's the other thing. Last on this list, if you're like, Scott, I'm stuck, there's this website called Fiverr, Fiverr.com. There is somebody on Fiverr that knows how to automate whatever you want, no matter what you want to do somewhere in this world. You may end up with somebody in Pakistan. You could end up with somebody in Brazil. You can end up with somebody in the Philippines, and they have your answer. And it's pretty inexpensive versus the cost of you not following up or not having your team follow up or not having a sequence. And the cool thing is once it's programmed, unless you turn that program off, it'll keep going. It'll absolutely keep going. You want the automations. There you go. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.